Hey you guys, good morning. Okay, I wanted to show you something. I think I showed you some of the names they're using to identify my children. Okay, and one of the names is Cody Douglas. So many different names they're using. And when you go into Kern County arrests, it shows Cody Douglas, born March 4th, 1984. And then they've got these numbers. Central Receiving Facility. So then I go, there's numbers like arrest numbers, right? Lerdo Male Minimum Facility. Okay. And then you go over here. I wanted to show you this. The person, remember Donnie and Marie? Okay, Donnie is that name. And then Youngblood. The fact that the name is Youngblood is interesting. I called over here to say, look, I looked this up, and there's no person in here, you know. Let me see. Operational oversight of the entire sheriff's department. I just want to see what the undersheriff is because I saw the undersheriff on something yesterday. Okay, you go, let's see. He's at an industrial farm. Okay, so Lerdo Pretrial is an industrial farm. And then let me show you the address for it. And then I'm going to show you something else. So this is a correctional mental health facility. Brandy Flores is, I guess, somebody there in Kern County Mental Health Services. So what they're doing, this is what I think they're doing, is they're doing that document I showed you where it looks like you are Isabel Douglas and they're saying you're not mentally ill, but they're taking away your rights anyway. They're taking away your legal rights anyway and putting you in this system so you can't ever get out and you don't know that you're in it. Minimum security, right? Current sheriff, wait, let me see. Yeah. And then, I called them and they said, go over to this person is in California. It's called DOC. It's Department of Correction. That's where this person is. So I couldn't find Cody, but I found something close. Corey, CDCR, age 52, Folsom. And then I think you go to Folsom, Prison Road, inmate programs. Who's the warden? Rick Hill. Okay. And then you go to... So, let's go to Prison Road and see what this is. Because what they're doing is they're making up lies about American citizens. And they're getting the same judge to, claim that though you're not mentally unwell, you should have no rights in America. But you also shouldn't get any money from the Veterans Administration. So that really means that it is the VA that's doing it. They're taking away the legal rights of, they're programming you to think you're Christian, but you're actually Jewish. So it's actually oppression of those of Jewish heritage. So you're raised to think that you're one thing, but you're actually not, and they're keeping your true lineage from you. So there's pretrial facilities. Again, the pretrial facility is a mental health area. Now I have to look up all of the other ones. Whoops. But like the woman I just spoke to, she said, okay, so AES program, when you go to LA Community College, for example, AES in a heart is all over that school. AES. HPOD. Hodgepodge. Hodgepodge. And so, I think I showed you this before. Mike Coulter is the one that worked for the Department of Corrections. Maybe that's like, maybe it goes Michael Coulter. Okay, let's show you this. So Mike Coulter worked for the Department of Corrections. All right. Michael Patrick Coulter, independent entertainment professional, murdering and taking away the rights of innocent victims, innocent women, because you go down here and there's a habeas corpus thing on here. Let me show you. And he was arrested. Hang on. Oh, gosh. It's like a weird pyramid scheme, honestly. Okay. Criminal record, administrative courts. Okay. Here's the case number. Department of Corrections, Michael Coulter. Criminal case. Department of Corrections, web court. He was sentenced, but it doesn't say the date. Here's the number I guess we could look up. Offense date, criminal traffic. There's this number that I saw. This is possession. Court name again. This is the number I should be looking up, really. This number. You know, I learned the way to research as I go, and I'm sure I've missed things in the past. You know, like the fact that they wrote ovarian cancer is in my family on my nose. My nose surgery documents shows that they intended to harm my ovaries. They intended to, because they can say it was preventative or whatever. Why would that be written if you're getting a nose job? Criminal felony, case number, criminal record, fiend, I don't know what to say, what that is. Writ of habeas corpus. So the offense description is a writ of habeas corpus, meaning he didn't give the person the right to know what their crime is. Case number B court. I always think B court is the one in, just goes down and down, possible sex offenders. Let me see if I can find. So writ of habeas corpus, let me show you what that means. So he works for the Department of Corrections, taking away the rights of American citizens that are women as a hate crime. And writ of habeas corpus, I guess, let me see if there's a PDF to show you what it is. So he's not giving someone the right to know or to stand trial. Like, he's not giving them the right. So you're actually in prison Okay, so petitioner, your name here, respondent. To me, I would put the warden of the Department of Corrections, but it also could be Mike, your full name, other names you've used, and names they're using for you. I think they're using the name Cody Douglas. So what they do is they put like 6 children or 10 children. And then you're split up in all of these ways so you can't figure it out. Name of institution, Folsom, blah, blah, blah. Your ID number. Are you currently held on orders by federal authorities and state authorities? It's both. It's both. Are you currently a pretrial detainee? Serving a sentence? I don't know. Because I've never been told what the, I don't know how your sentence is being carried out. Pretrial immigration detention. I believe that we are in some kind of immigration detention. But if you're here a certain amount of years and you're married and you have children, you're supposed to be able to stay in the country. But I think that what they're doing is they're either getting you from a different country or pretending on paper you're from a different country. Something like this. Other juvenile proceedings, and then you would go to my criminal case file and see if it's the same number as the ones on his. Did you appeal? No, because I wasn't ever told they were stealing my rights in order to steal my children. I was never told. Because of that first filing says they can do anything to me, including rape, including torture. You know, I was beaten by my sister. My sister would break my camera. They would break into my room. I showed you I'm not their daughter. But every time I report it, they're like, we should call your parents. I'm like, they're not my parents. These are monsters. Absolute monsters. Monsters who they themselves should be deported from our country because they're not American. This is a hate crime against those of Jewish heritage. So they make you think you're Christian, but you're actually Jew. So it's actually, again, a Holocaust against Jewish people. Date you were taken to immigration custody. I don't know. I don't know. Because on the mental health file, that one where it says stooped posture, it doesn't say there's any mental issues. And you keep going. You just, other appeals, no. Ground 1. You would say false arrest, lack of due process, Mike Coulter as agent for DOC sent violent sexual images to my phone, harassed me. Then after taking away my legal rights, sent letters about getting away with murder. Supporting facts, I have a letter and proof of sexual harassment by Mike Coulter as agent of DOC, and proof he robbed me, stole body parts to sell my children, and then sent letters to me bragging about getting away with murder. Did you present ground 1? No, because I didn't know. How would I know? No, did you present ground 2? Ground 2, illegal search and seizure, unfair search and seizure. Ground 3, I don't know. rape, torture.